Good afternoon, citizens of Fayetteville. This is Mayor Ed Johnson, and I'm here today on behalf of the City Council and the city staff of the City of Fayetteville to give all Fayetteville citizens an update on the COVID-19 virus and the status of it affecting the City of Fayetteville. As mayor, I feel obligated to ensure that all citizens of Fayette have confidence in our city staff and your city council, knowing that we are very concerned about every citizen and every business that serves as the foundation of our growing city. Before giving statistical data on COVID-19, I want to express our eternal gratitude to the doctors, the nurses, medical professionals, first responders, and yes, even those who are engaged in cleaning public facilities, providing essential services to the City of Fayetteville. Words of thanks and encouragement seems inadequate to those who are on the front line fighting to save lives while putting your own health at risk. Many of you are professionals who have taken an oath to serve, but your sacrifices and unselfishness far exceeds expectations. I pray that each and every day that you go out to serve mankind, God will protect and guide you, and that you will put on the whole armor of God while fighting this insidious disease known as COVID-19. While many of us are doing our best to adjust to this new normal, but hopefully temporary way of life in the wake of this pandemic, we must recognize there is great things to be achieved by working together instead of in opposition. Historically speaking, adversity has always unified Americans, and it is our hope and prayer that this pandemic will encourage citizens of Fayetteville to operate on one accord. Thank you for those who recognize that only working together to support one another during this pandemic will we survive as a community. By now, you are most likely aware that yesterday, Governor Kemp declared a shelter-in-place order to help reduce the spread of the COVID-19 virus. The City of Fayetteville police officers have been authorized to enforce aspects of this executive order, including making sure that people are not gathering in groups of more than 10 and practicing 6 feet social distance separation policy. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office and the Georgia State Patrol have been authorized by the governor to close businesses that refuse to comply with the executive order, including those that were on the list that should have already been closed. According to the governor's executive orders, the following types of businesses should remain closed until the executive order is ended: bars, gymnasiums, fitness centers, bowling alleys, theaters, live performance venues, amusement parks, estations, hair designers and hair salons, beauty shops, barber shops, cosmetology schools, hair design schools, barbering schools, and nail and hair salons, licensed massage therapists as well. Now remember, dine-in restaurants are also ordered to close, with the exception of those that may be able to provide pickup and delivery service. More information on essential and non-essential businesses are found in the governor's executive orders. The Georgia Department of Economic Development has also published a handout that helps define businesses, and you can find that handout as well as the governor's executive orders on the city's website at www.fayetteville-ga.gov. The good news is that the majority of the Fayetteville citizens are complying with the executive order, and we are grateful to all who are complying. Even better, we are seeing a great outpouring of love and support across the city, with neighbor helping neighbor, and with stranger helping stranger. From businesses donating personal protective equipment to the frontline workers, to residents sewing handmade masks. This commendable behavior represents the best of our community. Our public safety personnel, in particular, have received an outpouring of support from local residents, and again, we are grateful for that. We are asking citizens to wear cloth coverings over your nose and your mouth when engaging in essential business transactions, especially in the public. While this is not mandatory, the COVID-19 virus, even when you are not in the public, has a probability of being spread through droplets. So please wear your mask when in the public. If you don't have any tissue, we may ask that you immediately cover your mouth when sneezing or sneeze or cough into your elbow. If you use gloves while you are visiting essential businesses, please throw them away in proper trash containers and not on the ground. Again, I want to thank our frontline workers for how they are stepping up to the challenge this coronavirus has brought to our community. Essential workers have continued to stockpile the grocery store shelves, deliver meals and supplies, patrol our streets, respond to emergencies, and look after those who have already contracted COVID-19. Let's not overlook those who continue to collect the trash, deliver the mail, maintain our vital utilities, and even keep the city's landscape tidy. Your work is very important, and it is appreciated. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank our local business community. This pandemic has presented great financial challenges and hardships to your business survival. Many of our small business owners have creatively and resourcefully found ways to keep their doors open and to continue to serve the public the best that you can while maintaining healthy standards and practices. The survival of our local economy is largely dependent on the survival of our local small businesses. We ask everyone to support the restaurants who are compliant with the mandated serving guidelines by purchasing meals from them. I am pleased to tell you that the state and federal government are planning great support to help small businesses, to help them weather this worldwide economic tsunami. And you can learn more about these programs on our city's website and social media channels. Please do your part by supporting local businesses where appropriate. And when this pandemic is over, let's support them even more. We need every citizen of Fayetteville to do your part to minimize the impact of this unprecedented international emergency. I have recently learned that the Georgia National Guard, deployed by Governor Kemp, will be in the Fayetteville area helping to sanitize some of our senior living facilities. We are a community whose fastest growing population are our seniors, which puts a priority on looking after our elderly. And so I want to also thank the Georgia National Guard and the governor for providing this service. The City of Fayetteville have made a decision to send many of our personnel home to work from there as we continue to provide critical services and communicate with residents and customers online. For weeks, many of you have visited the transactions page on our website, where you can find more information about how to maintain your city accounts and get this customer service that you need. More recently, 4 of our fire department personnel have been diagnosed with the COVID-19 virus, and they have been quarantined. All 4 personnel are from the same fire station, and they have had minimal contact with the public. In response to this, we have hired a professional cleaning company to perform a deep cleaning at all 3 Fayetteville fire stations and also at our City Hall. In closing, I would also like to thank our county, our state leaders for keeping us informed of what is happening in our area and across the state. Together, we are working hard to provide the kind of leadership that, with God's help, will see us through this pandemic and hopefully bring us back to healthy and prosperous times. May God bless our city, our county, our state, and may God bless America. Thank you in advance for following all of the guidelines that have been set before us to protect each and every one of us. Thank you.